third time is a charm that you guys can hear me now. Working through some technical difficulty at home, but hopefully this is last time I have to do this. So here we go. 1 week after our lesson with Kevin on his early extension in his downswing. So that there's, I would just want to show you 1 week afterwards what we did, how we did it, and then he's hopefully we're setting him on the road to recovery. All right, here we go. So this is a down the line view on his golf swing. Hopefully everybody can still hear me. Obviously, I will log off and after I done my video, and I'll come back and check. Hopefully this does. Anyway, setup wise, he is beautiful at his setup. Looking at his posture looks good. His arm hands really free. Everything is really, really good in his posture. So super happy about that. I can leave my cursor right there as a mark so we can see if he's still early extending in his downswing or not. So watching him as he swings back, obviously this is the third time I'm doing this. So we notice that his backswing, the club goes a little bit inside. As he swing to the top, you can see that, there's a little cuppiness right there where his wrist is, and then slightly going over to the top of the golf swing. You'll also notice that, let me kind of revert back a little bit. And then you can see that his club face is a little bit close. So that means he does have a very, very strong grip. For the type of shots that he likes to hit, I don't think that's a bad thing, but that will be something that I might be bringing up to him a little bit later, just to see if that's something he wants to work on to build a little bit more consistency in his golf swing. Anyway, but the most important thing is the early extension. So early in the summer, I had a video of him when he swing down and through that his right hip, basically right in the downswing, his right hip come off this cursor right away. So that's how he does. So starting downswing, he's pretty good here. He's pretty good here. He's pretty good here. So now his hands is actually almost belt buckle high, and his hip is not that much, not off that cursor. So he's doing really, really good. Now, as he moved down into impact, he is now. So at least we have delayed his early extension. Now, just to let everybody know, hip extension is something that we do in the golf swing. That's something that help us to provide power. So it does happen in the golf swing. It's just when we make it happen. So earlier, before that the hip extension was happening too early. That's why we call it early extension. But we do want to have it happen. Now it's a little bit later in downswing. Preferably, we want that to happen after the impact. So, but it's still a little bit before impact, which is fine. But at least he's making that a slight little delay into the downswing to help him delay that. So I think that's going to help him a little bit in his golf game. And so let's switch over to the face-on view here. So give me a second here. So in the face-on view, there's one thing I want you to see is, and I want to talk about, is that in the face-on view, one thing that we did in our golf swing, in his golf swing, so I try to helping create a little bit of up movement in his backswing, because with the up movement, that's going to help him to get the down movement, so he can feel like he's squatting down, he's getting down a little bit lower, he's creating that posture back again. So if we look at him, if you look at his head, there's definitely that little bit of up movement. Just that little teeny bit of up movement is all we need. So that way, to help him to get that little bit of down movement into his, so that way he's sitting, it feels like he's sitting down, he's squatting down, and then he's maintaining his posture, and his hip is not coming off that back pocket right away. So those are the things that we did. And if you look at him coming down into impact, his hands definitely stay in the head of the golf ball. His shaft is still have a nice shaft lean forward. He does still flip it a little bit, but it's almost past the golf ball and behind the golf ball. So we help him delay his flip a little bit. Obviously, there's something we gotta keep working on to help him to release a little bit better, to have the early extension a little bit later in his golf swing. So after we do all that, when we do help him with his early extension a little bit later, and hopefully that's going to help him to actually trap the golf ball a little bit more. But I can tell you one thing, as we are doing it 1 week into this right now, he's seeing as far as his spin number is down. I mean, he used to spin his A iron about 9,000 plus RPM. Last couple of times, especially that time that we were playing, he is actually down to about 8,000 RPM. So we took about 1,000 RPM off within 1 week. And then he's hitting a little bit more solid. The ball's going a little straighter. He's hitting less pull. He's hitting less of the hill. So it's a progress we're making. I mean, we're not perfect yet, but it's definitely something that we're trying to make it a little bit better as we go. So as he goes and does a little bit better, so and I'll keep you guys included on our little journey with Kevin on how we fix this early extension, how we make his golf swing a little bit better for the future. Um, if anybody has any questions for me, I know I this is the third time done it tonight, but hopefully this time works. But just want to show you guys that there's something that we're doing for Kevin's golf swing, and then I like to do swing analysis. I like to show you a little bit about the golf swing, golf tips I know, and hopefully some of the things I know can help you guys as well. All right, thank you. Have a great night, and I'll keep you guys updated on a few of the lessons I give. Thank you.